This is a really good question. And I think a lot of people don't tell their stories because they're afraid of what their narcissist will say, think, or feel about it, or do about it. I know that it took me a long time to tell my personal story, especially the part about childhood, which I haven't even fully disclosed up to this point, and not because I'm scared, but just because I don't want any drama. I have shared quite a bit of it on YouTube over the years and over on my website. But I think what it comes down to is that I don't allow myself to dwell on what someone will feel who abused me. And I also think that what I'm doing is so important because I know in my particular case, I've helped people for years to get out of these relationships and to recognize them and then to overcome them. And that's a big deal. So I think I'm doing a mission. And I think if someone has a problem with that, well, you know what they can do.
Why? Why are you threatening me again?
I'm not threatening you. That's not a point.
So this beautiful creator asked me to comment on this video. So here I am. Here's the thing. She wanted to know whether or not it helps the narcissist to stop abusing people when you expose them. And here's the thing. It doesn't. Because what they do is they twist everything to the next supply. And they say, oh, you just heard, you heard a conversation where I was so frustrated and so over the top and she was driving me crazy. She trapped me. She did this. She did that. And then the new supply believes them for reasons we all understand. So, but what it does help when you expose this stuff is it helps other survivors to learn exactly what they need to do in order to avoid these people. It helps other survivors to know when they're being abused because they hear this language and this treatment and they recognize their own life in it. That's what it means. That's how it helps. Hugs to you and please be safe. I hope you're safe. I don't know what is going on today, but I'm just going to put it out here for you. I'm sure that you mean well, but I'll tell you this. Unlike a lot of people, I didn't learn about narcissism from TikTok. I've been researching it, writing about it, talking about it since 2005. In fact, people on TikTok very often go to my website and read my blog posts as TikToks. Yeah. So with all of that being said, what I'm talking about is not the normal human condition narcissism. That's just simple self-interest. We all have that. I'm talking about toxic or malignant narcissism, people who are actively hurting other people because they do not have compassionate or emotional empathy. Now, sure, they might have cognitive empathy. They might be able to logically understand how someone feels, but they don't care. People like that abuse people. That's what I'm doing here. That's what all these other TikTokers are doing here, talking about narcissistic abuse. Get it straight.
Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I quit calling you my lover. Move on. You watch me bleed until I can't breathe, shaking.
First, let me say I'm sorry that you're going through this. And secondly, I really wish I didn't have to tell you this, but I do think it's possible for a narcissist to change in theory. Because if they were to address their core wounds and do the work, maybe they could change. However, in all the years I've done my work that I do, which is working directly with survivors of narcissistic abuse, as well as researching and writing about narcissism, NPD, and narcissistic abuse and recovery, I've never seen it happen. I've never heard of it happening. And I've never spoken to another person who does anything similar to what I do, or a psychologist, psychiatrist, or doctor who's ever seen it happen. So I'm going to say I don't think it's going to happen. I'm very sorry. Good luck to you. Hugs.